For years, the Ford F-150 has been the truck every rival wanted to beat. It has dominated sales charts and earned a reputation as the benchmark in the full-size segment. But things aren't as one-sided anymore. Ram has been closing the gap with every new update, offering a more refined cabin, smoother ride, and plenty of capability. So if you're planning to buy a half-ton pickup and can't decide between the 2027 Ram 1500 and the 2027 Ford F-150, you're in the right place. We'll compare them in every category that matters, from engines and towing to comfort, technology, reliability, and overall value, to find out which truck deserves a spot in your driveway. Performance. Ford changed the full-size truck game when it proved that a turbocharged V6 could do the work buyers expected from a V8. The EcoBoost lineup has been refined for years, delivering strong torque and impressive towing performance. Those power plants are also lighter, helping the F-150 feel more responsive behind the wheel. That doesn't mean Ford has forgotten its roots. The 5-liter Coyote V8 is still very much alive, and plenty of old-school truck owners continue to choose it. Ram went in a different direction by replacing the Hemi with the new Hurricane twin-turbo inline-6. It's a powerful engine with impressive numbers, but many buyers never warmed up to the idea of losing the V8. Demand remained strong enough that Ram reversed course and brought the Hemi back after only a year away. That's not something you see very often, and it says a lot about what truck buyers still want. Looking ahead, Ford may have another advantage. Its Power Boost hybrid system has been around long enough to prove that adding electric assistance can boost capability instead of taking it away. It still isn't the first choice for every customer, but that instant electric torque makes towing and everyday driving feel effortless. As more buyers spend time behind the wheel, interest will likely continue to grow. Ram will probably have to answer with something similar. The current e-torque setup is a mild hybrid system rather than a true hybrid, relying mostly on the gasoline engine and providing only limited electric assistance. Join us as we explore the world of wheels. Subscribe now and buckle up for the adventure. High-performance trucks. This is the category where Ford and Ram separate themselves from GM. Both truck makers have treated performance rigs as more than just appearance packages. The F-150 Raptor was the truck that set the benchmark. It combined long travel suspension, aggressive styling, and power to make every trail feel like a rally stage. Then Ram raised the stakes with the TRX. Its supercharged V8 earned the nickname Raptor Killer. Suddenly, the horsepower war reached a level nobody expected from factory-built pickups. Ford didn't wait long to answer. The Raptor R arrived with even more muscle, proving the battle was far from over. For a while, it looked like both companies had reached a standstill, with neither willing to blink first. Now the rivalry is heating up again. Ram has fired the latest shot by bringing back the TRX under the SRT banner for the new model year, packing a staggering 777 horsepower. Ford won't sit back and watch. You can bet that. A response is expected, but not until after 2027. That allows TRX to enjoy the spotlight without an immediate answer from its biggest rival. At least for the upcoming season, this round goes to Ram. Interior. Cabin design is always a matter of personal taste, but if you ask me, Ram has a slight edge over its biggest rival. The interior feels a little more upscale as materials have a premium touch. That's not to say the F-150 falls behind. Both pickups can be transformed into seriously comfortable rides once you move up the trim ladder. Each truck maker also has standout features. For example, Ram grabs attention with its passenger side display, giving the access to navigation, entertainment, and other functions without distracting the driver. Ford answers with one of the most practical ideas in the segment. The folding work surface between the front seats turns the center console into a desk, making it easy to sign paperwork, use a laptop, or grab a quick meal during the workday. There isn't a wrong choice here because both cabins are among the best in the full-size truck market. Even so, if overall feel matters just a little more than clever functionality, I'd give this category to Ram. Trim levels and configurations. One of the biggest strengths of both trucks is the sheer number of ways you can configure them. Whether you need a basic workhorse for the job site or a premium pickup loaded with luxury features, both Ford and Ram have a version that fits the bill. We've already talked about the engine choices, but that's only part of the equation. Buyers can mix different cabs, bed lengths, and equipment packages to build a truck that matches exactly what they need. If we had to pick favorites, Ford's King Ranch is tough to beat. It blends unique, Western-inspired styling with high-end materials and plenty of technology. On the Ram side, the Rebel continues to be one of the most appealing trims in the lineup. It has the right mix of off-road capability, aggressive looks, and everyday comfort. Then there's the aftermarket, and that's another reason these two dominate the segment. Lift kits, wheels, tires, bumpers, lighting, exhaust systems, performance upgrades. You can personalize either truck almost endlessly. When it comes to choice, it's hard to separate these two. Both offer enough options to satisfy just about every type of truck buyer. Off-road performance. Most buyers will never push their pickup through deep mud, rocky trails, or desert terrain, but for enthusiasts who do, a standard truck simply isn't enough. This is where Ford and Ram have built some of the most capable machines in the segment. Ford starts with the FX4 package, which adds features like off-road tuned suspension, skid plates, upgraded shocks, and electronic aids. For many owners, that's the perfect balance because it keeps the truck comfortable for daily driving while adding extra confidence on rough terrain. Then, the Tremor. It sits between a traditional pickup and the extreme Raptor models, bringing extra goodies for more hardcore off-roading. Raptor was one of the trucks that helped create the modern high-performance off-road pickup category, combining long travel suspension and a design built around high-speed desert driving. The Raptor R sits at the top of the range, taking that formula even further for buyers who want the ultimate factory-built off-road experience. Ram has a strong lineup as well. The Rebel has become one of the go-to choices, and for those looking for something closer to the Raptor, Ram introduced the RHO. It carries over the aggressive off-road approach with specialized suspension, wider bodywork, and hardware designed for high-speed terrain. And above that, the return of the TRX name under the SRT banner pushes Ram back into the top tier of performance off-road trucks. Still, Blue Oval has a small advantage here. The Raptor name carries years of credibility, and the company has continued refining that platform instead of treating it as a one-time experiment. Ram is right there with it, but Ford's experience in this category gives the F-150 a slight edge. Conclusion. What else can you say about two of the best trucks in the business? The gap between the 2027 Ram 1500 and 2027 Ford F-150 is incredibly small, and that alone shows how competitive this segment has become. These two trucks are playing in their own league. There are very few areas where one company creates an advantage and the other doesn't have an answer. Even pricing is expected to stay close, which makes the decision even harder. At this level, it often comes down to personal preference. The good news is that choosing either one is a safe bet. Both trucks have huge demand. When the time comes to upgrade after 2030, chances are your F-150 or Ram 1500 will still hold its value better than many other vehicles on the market. There is one more factor that could play a role in the F-150's future. Ford is preparing a big update for 2028, and fans of the Blue Oval might choose to wait instead of buying the 2027 model. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you next time.